What's up, everyone? This is episode 11 of The Sit Down. This is the show where we talk about music related things, and anything that comes to mind. My name is Mark.
And I'm Joel.
Let's get this thing going. What's up, dude?
How you doing? We're gonna do that every time, right? So for like you guys, whenever we dive into it and the opening credits go, our cameras are still rolling, right? That's where we edit that in, and then so Mark and I always go bada 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 bada. We start singing it. So yeah, maybe one day we'll have to leave that play.
Yeah, or not.
Yeah, or no. No, how was
or maybe? Yeah, well, whatever.
Yeah, enough of that. How was your week, buddy?
Busy. Busy with the job. Busy with kids. Busy with renovating. Well, not so much renovating, but redoing our basement. We decided to move. You know how you have things in your head, and then all of a sudden, let's do it, and then it turns out that you're spending a whole evening instead of the 10 minutes that you wanted to do it.
Yeah.
Well, we didn't expect to take 10 minutes to rearrange the living room, but it took longer than we expected, because when we moved things, we noticed that the wall that was behind our wall unit wasn't painted, so we needed to paint too.
Really?
Yeah.
How come it wasn't painted?
So yeah, that
because you guys just painted around it the last time, or what?
Pretty much, yeah. Yeah, well, okay, so the way we had it planned was my wife started painting the whole basement, and then behind the wall units, she said, okay, we'll just leave this as is, and then when we move the wall unit to the other side, then we'll do the painting. But that was a while ago, and now we got finally to the switching phase, and then we moved the wall units. And it was like, oh right, forgot about that.
Something always burning in the back of your mind, eh? I'm forgetting something.
Yeah. So then we went to the city a couple times. Well, I went a couple times, just to do some business and stuff. Staying out of people's way as much as possible, just to, keeping the physical distancing in mind.
You know those pool noodles?
Yeah.
You know what those are? I saw a clip of one guy had a whole bunch of them on his head because they're like 6 feet long. So he's in the shopping mall with those. I thought that was pretty cool. Social distancing.
Yeah. How about you? What have you been up to?
Nothing. I've been chillaxed, locked in my little man cave downstairs here, adding albums to the site, and just hanging out with my little 5-year-old, playing video games. It's been fun.
Cool. Yeah. Right on.
Life is good. Got outside, tried. He's into this. He was into Minecraft, and then I got him Plants vs. Zombies. So now he's learning that he can play games online now. Now he's actually talking about getting a headset. He's 5 years old, man. He wants to get a headset so he can talk to the plants and zombies on the game. So yeah, I might do it. I might get him a headset. He's pretty good.
Well yeah.
But what sucks is like after an hour of him playing it, like he's not the same kid. That's what sucks about it. So I try and like time limit him. Like his attitude, like he just gets.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? Not that he's not the same kid, but he's not really himself. He's worked up and hyper and everything. So
yeah,
we like to. I like to.
And that takes a while for him to calm down.
Yeah. So the worst is like I can't let him play before bedtime because then he's not going to bed.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it has to be like in the afternoon, but after like he does something productive. But yeah, no, it's fun. We've been having a good time.
Yep. Yeah. our oldest is well, we're trying to get her to do the homeschooling thing, and she's trying to do everything to not do the homeschooling thing. So
Right.
that's a bit of a challenge, but whatever. She's learning, and it's at her pace. So whatever. It's better than
Yeah.
nothing.
Right.
Yep.
Ah,
Yep.
yeah.
Yep.
And
Yep.
she's still a kid, man. She's got her whole life
Oh
to
yeah,
figure out
that's right.
what her times table is, or
Yep.
whatever it is that
Oh,
they're learning.
she knows that, but
Yeah.
yeah,
But you know what I
she's
mean, though,
learning
right?
about yeah, she's learning about bees. So she was wearing her bee costume this morning.
And birds.
No, just the bees for now.
I'm just gonna start with the bees. Good.
Yeah,
Good.
ease him into it.
Yeah, no doubt.
Yeah.
So hey, I actually last week we were talking about how there was still a sale on two of the items, two of the record players, and those
Right.
sales are over. I changed that up
Yes.
today already. So the
Okay.
LP60X and the 120X USB, the silver one, are back to regular price. Just so
Yeah, and
you guys know out there.
the Canto sale is unfortunately over as well. So the Canto Tuck are back to regular price, and the U2, not the U2, but the U2 are back to their regular price as well. So yeah. On a business related note, yesterday, so Thursday, I received a message from our regular supplier that they are going back to work um, on Monday. It's not on full production power, but they're going back to the office. They're taking orders again. They're
Sweet.
shipping again. So yeah, that's because our system is so integrated with their inventory. That's a relief because even though some items on the website say that they're not in stock and not available, they are from the bigger suppliers. But
Right.
because our supplier doesn't have them in stock, that made things a little awkward. But
Right. So
now, so
that's
resolved. So everything, all the stock information right now on the website is correct. They are working off their own stock for now. It give them a week, maybe two, to stock back up. And I'm doing the same thing. I'm ordering extra for everything. Um, so yeah,
is that does that mean I'm getting a new list?
yes, you are.
Okay.
Yeah, the list will be longer. I gotta keep you busy,
No
man.
doubt. All right. I'm not going anywhere. That's good.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah. And I
yeah.
think that's the only. So the 3 mil sleeves that we have on the website are still unavailable. However, I've been in touch with that supplier. He's gonna try and open up. So by he, I mean our rep there. He said they're gonna try to open up next week, but they're taking it week by week. So we'll see how that goes. And then Spin Clean is still a supplier that I is a question mark. I don't know. Groove Washer is on their way. They started opening up again, so there's a shipment on its way here.
Where are they out of again?
Kansas City.
Okay.
Yep.
I don't know why I was thinking Winnipeg.
That's Vinyl Storage Solutions. They have the premium sleeves. They are based in Winnipeg.
Okay. All right. Very good. Right on.
Mm-hmm.
You
So
notice
enough of that.
how
Yeah.
yeah. No, I was gonna say, do you notice how things not like a big jump in the news, but things are it almost seemed I felt this week stuff music related in the news is kind of starting to come back. Do you know what I mean? It's not so
Yeah.
aggressive on COVID-19. It's kind of like,
Yeah.
hey, this is something different. So
Yeah.
I
And
got
I also I get the general feeling that everything is starting to slowly get back on its feet. Like
Yeah.
Saskatchewan is slowly starting to open up again, and there is fors and against uh, uh, with that.
Well, there's a
Um,
town. What's the name of that town that isn't opening up? They announced it today. Bo Bovell.
I missed
Is
that.
that a name of
I
a
didn't
town?
see that.
Yeah, it was just
Oh,
posted a few hours ago that they got like I want to say they got like 20 cases of it or something.
oh,
I don't know. They're in Lloydminster, I think, have some COVID, so I don't know
oh, right.
what's going on.
Yeah, that was because of the hospital there. I think there was
Is that what it is?
somebody told me that. Yeah, there was but there's also a case in Prince Albert now. So Prince Albert, the
Oh,
city where we ship from, yeah, there's one at the Victoria Hospital. Uh, a patient was brought in. They said they were, you know, they haven't been in touch with anyone and whatever, and they had a test done. It was came back negative, but ta-da, positive, and so now everybody's self quarantining that was in touch with that person.
interesting.
So yeah, yeah.
But yeah, it's
So
kind of like
there's that,
yeah,
but overall, I get a feeling that like Ontario too, I believe, like obviously because most of our suppliers are in Ontario, so Ontario's slowly opening up too. Um, we'll see where it goes. Like I
yeah,
think I mentioned this before, but this is one of those situations where you either overreact or underreact, and nobody's really wrong. It's whatever. We'll just take it as it goes, and
yeah, and we'll know what to
hopefully,
do for
and
next
hope,
time.
yeah, and hope. Oh, hopefully we'll get it right. I was gonna say. We'll
It's
just
gonna
have to
happen again.
inject some. We'll just have to inject some disinfectant and whatever.
Yeah, no, yeah,
Yeah,
that was this week in the news, wasn't it? Oh my god,
yeah, it was. Yeah.
crazy craziness.
But so I read a cool article earlier today
Oh,
about
what?
a, a cool article today.
Oh, I heard a coolicle, but it might have been a glitch. We're
I
good.
didn't
We're
read
good.
that today. No, I
You didn't
didn't read
read a
that today.
coolicle?
No. But you know how this quarantine stuff gets people creative? Well, in Denmark, you know how you have drive-in theaters or
Yeah,
had, I guess
had yeah.
they're yeah, they're kind of coming back too. So now in Denmark there was a drive-in concert. Um, uh, Let me click here because I want to see who was performing. They set up a stage and they had you could just pay your ticket at the when driving in,
Right,
and you set up just like at a um,
a
at a
drive-in.
drive-in theater,
Yeah,
and then you turn on your radio to a certain frequency, and then you can hear the concerts on the speakers in your car.
you had to turn your radio on.
Yeah,
Why wouldn't they have like speakers outside?
because you're inside, so you can have the windows open, but it's not the same. If you turn on the radio in the car and you have a decent sound system in your car, then you can crank it
Yeah,
up, leave the windows open.
and if you have like an old AM radio,
AM is a different frequency, dumbass.
but it wasn't that the frequency from the drive-ins though was AM.
Well, the old school had the thing that you had to hang on the
I don't
inside,
know.
right?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, you'd get a
Yeah,
little speaker box, right?
yeah. Stage blah blah. Singer songwriter Mads Langer. These are local Danish artists, I guess. I don't know, but I thought the idea, the whole idea concept of a drive-in concert was pretty cool.
Yeah, no doubt.
And
Makes me
you
wonder
still
about
have the
Chesterfest this summer. Any word? Because that was supposed to be July 3rd and 4th, right? Or
I
June,
I have in
July.
I have inside information. I'm not going to disclose anything.
Can you tell me off air?
I can.
All right, very good.
Yeah.
But yeah, no doubt. I agree though. People getting creative in quarantine. Did you see our boy Rainwolf? has a new
Yeah, I
single
did.
out that came out this morning.
Yeah, I did. Yeah,
If
that
you guys don't know or haven't heard, check out Cabin Fever on YouTube, Rainwolf's new video that he recorded in his garage. What'd you think of it?
all by himself. The only thing I was wondering, does he have a girlfriend or wife?
He's not married, as far as I know.
Okay, so
Probably
who?
a girlfriend.
Okay, then maybe that, because I was wondering, because it's not a camera on a tripod. It's someone holding the camera. So I was wondering who he's quarantining with.
Aha.
Got some gossip going on here.
Yeah, no doubt.
Yeah, but yeah, I watched the video, listened to the song, listened to it 3 times in a row.
Good
Because
for you.
because the first time I listened to it on my phone, and Rainwolf is one of those artists that um, has interesting combinations of, like, normally you have a drum, boom tech, boom tech, boom tech, and then you have the guitars over top, but he always makes it interesting with different patterns and whatever. So the first time I heard it on my phone through that little tiny speaker, I was like
Uh-huh.
trying to figure out what was going on, because the drums were way quicker than the way he was singing, and then the guitar over top, I was like, I gotta listen to this on better speakers. So it came to my computers, and so yeah, I thought it was awesome.
Yeah, I definitely enjoyed it too.
Yeah.
Actually, the drum beat at the start, I know it's not the same, but what it made me think of, like, instantly was from Nine Inch Nails on the Downward Spiral. I think the song is March of the Pigs. I think. Do you know that
Uh,
song?
I'm vaguely familiar with Nine Inch Nails. You
Right.
couldn't quiz me on it.
Well, it's like, yeah, I don't know. Can you play like the first 5 seconds of it, or no? Would we get
Nine Inch
flagged?
Nails.
Yeah, I
Oh,
want to
I
say March of the Pigs.
I quit my Spotify already. Hang on.
Spotify.
Oh no, it's gonna go to my headphones, so you won't be able to hear it. Sorry.
But at least you'll be able to hear it. Those of you at home can just check out. You want to hear a good song. Remember some '90s music? Nine Inch Nails, The Downward Spiral. It was a good album.
Hang on. What's it called?
March of the Pigs.
Oh, March.
I think. I think that's what
So
it's
not.
called.
Oh yeah. Original video.
Just play like the first
Oh yeah.
freaking, right? That's what it made me think of immediately. But it's not the same.
Yeah.
There's like, it's different,
Yeah. No,
but
yeah. But I get what you're. Yeah.
I was
Yeah.
like, oh, I wonder. I would like to ask him if, like, is that where you got that inspired from, kind of thing?
Yeah.
Maybe.
So I literally listened to the first 5 seconds, and I know what you mean. Yeah.
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 That's see, '90s baby.
We're on to you, Rainwolf.
No, but it was awesome. Good for you though, buddy.
Yeah.
Like,
Yep.
awesome track for
Yep.
sure.
There, I
I blasted some
saw. Who was
pictures
it?
on my Instagram of it because what is it? Billboard wrote a whole article on it
Yeah.
on Rainwolf.
Yeah. That I didn't read the article. I just read the headline and saw the picture and read the first, I don't know, few lines.
Yeah.
But dude, you could tell it was a rave review type thing. The whole headline was about this is the quarantine song we need, or whatever the headline was, but something like that. If Billboard writes that, man,
It'll take off.
That's doing things.
The video is pretty cool. Like at the start too, he grabs the clippers out and starts shaving his head, right?
Yeah.
Or is that at the
Yeah.
end? It's either at the start or the
No,
end.
No, it's the beginning. Yeah. Yeah,
right?
He goes all Britney Spears. Yeah.
Speaking of Britney Spears, okay, so yes,
as I was saying it, dang.
I'm sorry. So I just trying to find information topics to talk about tonight. I must have saw about 10 different articles about Britney Spears talking about how she burnt down her gym, right? Now,
Yeah.
I'm going to straighten out the record here. She posted that on Instagram a couple days ago cuz I follow her on IG, so like I saw that, but didn't think anything of it cuz it happened 2 years ago or 2 months ago. I don't even remember. It was in the past. It was a while ago. And she just said like I got a new gym, this is all I got. So what happened was she apparently had some candles burning in the gym, left them burning, and one thing leads to another, and now she's got a new gym. That's all she said. That's it. And then there's freaking 10 articles on it. It's like, hey, whatever.
Okay, so I
That's
saw
all I'm
that
going to say
video,
about
and
that.
the way she was saying it was like, okay, so I have only 2 pieces of equipment left or whatever because I burnt my gym down.
Yeah, and then she's like,
That's
I had some candles in there, and one thing led to another, and
Is that what she says after that? Because I turned it off after that. I was like, oh,
yeah,
really?
that's how I remember it. Maybe
No.
not word for word, but anyway, but like
Yeah,
really, so like that's the headlines in our news today. I get people
I
don't want to
guess.
talk about COVID, but really, like that's what was it a couple of weeks ago where she said that thing about her and Justin's breakup 20 years ago, and
Yeah,
that freaking made
yeah.
headlines. It was like, holy crap!
We even talked about it.
I know, but I follow her on Instagram, right? So that's why I'm going to be talking about it. But anyways, I don't know, and don't ask me why I follow her on Instagram. There's, I don't know. I don't know
Why
why.
do you follow her on Instagram?
I think
Last
it's
week you said she's cute
because, yeah,
or
I
whatever.
think like that's how it started. I must have like some kind of little inside crush on her. Just maybe from high
You
school,
know,
maybe. I don't know.
when she
Because I'm
was
not,
19, when she was 19, I would have been very early 20s. Yeah, sure, she was cute, but
but
now,
see, yeah, no, but that's just it. Like, yeah, even now, and here's like, confession is that for the longest time, and I still do, I still have a crush on Madonna, and I still have a crush on Cher. On Cher.
Madonna, well,
And
Cher I can
Cher,
see, but
dude.
Madonna,
Yeah.
no.
And how
Okay,
old are they?
hang on, hang on. Speaking of Madonna, did you see her Instagram post
The
where
last
she's on
one
a
I
typewriter?
saw, no, I didn't see that one. I saw the one where she was trying to change the lyrics of
No, 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 no.
one of her songs.
Madonna is immune to COVID.
Okay.
Yeah. So she was going to go out and breathe in COVID air because she was. I I thought it was so ridiculous that I didn't really read it, but it came down to Madonna, and this may have been one of those things where she was doing something artistic because she was typing on a typewriter and she's typing some sort of story, and there's it's all cinematic and whatever, and then she goes on about something like, I think my body is immune to COVID-19, so I think I'll go out tomorrow and breathe in some COVID air, something like that. So of course you can't be artistic and be called upon it. So this made headlines like, Madonna thinks she's immune, so she's gonna go outside. Is she crazy?
Yeah, but okay,
So
I'm gonna stop you right there because like I went outside today. I don't know
yeah,
if I'm
yeah,
immune
yeah.
to it. Like if you want to
So
find out if
here,
you're immune to it, go to like the Vic hospital and go lick that guy's face or whatever. Do you know what I'm saying? Like then see if you're
exactly,
immune.
exactly. You can breathe all the air you want. You won't get sick off air.
Uh-huh. Yeah,
Yeah. So yeah, it's
that's
all a
funny.
twisty, turny, whatever.
Madonna.
I
But
don't know.
yeah, I would
Yeah.
still meh, you know,
Oh,
the bees.
yeah, the bees. Yeah, I'll probably do the birds too.
Yeah. Throw a bird or bee
Yeah.
in there. Yeah.
Uh, I would. There was something else about that. Oh, celebrity crushes or whatever. So, Jimmy Fallon. Remember how we keep talking? For some reason, we started
About
talking
how
about
we
Almost Famous.
yeah.
Almost Famous, right? That's with Kate Hudson. Jimmy Fallon's in there too.
Yeah, he's
So
got a
Jimmy
cameo.
Fallon, yeah, I watched an interview with those two, Jimmy was talking to Kate, and they were talking about how they had such a good time on the set and blah blah blah, and it was such a good show, blah blah blah. And then Kate goes like, "Well, I was always wondering why you never made a move on me because I was totally into you." And Jimmy goes like, "What?" So it was one of those missed opportunities, and yeah, I don't know why that came up, but I watched that video, and it was almost famous related. I don't mind Jimmy Fallon, and then crushes. That's how I got to that. I think. Sorry,
Crushes.
carry on.
You don't have a crush on Kate Hudson?
Nah. Uh, no, not a crush. No.
No. Who was your celebrity crush growing up?
Growing up?
Yeah.
I wouldn't pass on Jessica Alba.
Right. So when you were growing up, she was the one you had posters of and stuff?
No, I didn't have posters. Like, at all, really. I had posters of a soccer team, but, you know.
You deaf guys are crazy.
Yeah. Soccer and Formula One. That's what was on my wall.
Did you ever watch the Osbournes or whatever the heck that show was? Like Ozzy's.
Yeah.
That thing.
I didn't follow it religiously, but I did
Right.
see a few episodes. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Me too. I guess there's talk of them maybe doing it again.
No.
Yeah.
Really?
I read that today. I read it today. There was an interview with Jack Osbourne, and like apparently their approach, like every few months, on like bringing that show back, and they're always saying no, but I guess this last time the deal was like almost too good to pass up. I'm not sure if they actually passed it up, but I mean the offer was good enough where they're talking about potentially doing it again.
Okay, so who is big enough to offer Ozzy and family enough money
to do a show again?
That
Netflix,
has to be
maybe
something like Netflix. Yeah, exactly. Or Amazon, maybe, because Amazon has been chucking money at people too.
What about Hulu? Isn't Hulu one?
Yeah, but I don't think they do
their own shows.
Oh yeah, maybe Hulu. Yeah, but Hulu is owned by ABC or something, right? Now,
I don't know. But I thought that was kind of interesting. Like, I guess Jack Osbourne, I'm not sure how old he would be. I think I'm a little older than him. But he's got like 3 kids now. Mm-hmm. So the thing would be, like, they're all grown up. The kids are grown up and whatever, but they would all have to move back in to the same house. Even if it's like, instead of, like, it wouldn't have to be as long. Like 10 episodes. How long would that take? A couple months?
Oh my God. Moving back in with my parents?
Yeah, but dude, if you're gonna get like freaking $5 million to go move with your parents for 2 months,
that and their mansion is probably big enough that they can just get a wing.
Yeah,
I guess
that same article was talking about how Ozzy was just blitzed, like for the 3 years that show was on. Every day he was drunk and stoned.
Well,
like you would see him on a treadmill.
What made the show.
Yeah, you'd see him on a treadmill and it would look like he's working out, and as soon as the cameras would stop, he would go in his room and get high or drunk and pass out.
Yeah.
Which doesn't surprise me, but...
No.
But that's kind of funny.
Where, was it you that told me that Keith Richards is getting a blood transplant every year or something? A full...
Yeah, I think he does it like every month.
Like a blood flush or whatever it's called?
Yeah.
Every month?
I don't know if it's every month. I know he does it, or he did do it quite frequently.
That's why he's still alive, man.
I'm not sure if he's still doing it, though. But yeah, like a total flush. Get that on. How about, going back to Instagram, I was watching one of my podcasts this week, and somebody who's new to Instagram is Johnny Depp. So I guess he did some... I didn't see I just saw little bits and parts of this post that he does. And it's It's long, it's boring. It's like 8 minutes long. His first post on Instagram. He's like in his basement wine cave, and he's like so monotone talking about staying safe and washing your hands and all this stuff, but it's like very boring. Not very entertaining at all. It was weird.
So
It's just
probably
weird because
somebody probably told him you need to go on Instagram, and then he goes like, okay, whatever, and then he does
well, yeah,
that boring thing on purpose, and then says, see, I don't get any, didn't get any followers, so
think that's what it is, or is it because he's so high end celebrity that he doesn't know how to
maybe.
communicate with regular people? Matthew McConaughey was another one that just kind of his first post was kind of like it's just weird. It's I don't know. Like they're awesome actors and stuff, but they're not
But
like
really,
you and I, right? Like these guys are like they're
but
celebrities.
if you
So
look at the first post of everybody, the first post of everybody on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, wherever, is something like, oh, let's see how this goes, or let's see how this thing works, or something really boring like I had a sandwich. Like everybody has that.
yeah,
Uh,
I don't know. You'll have to just
it's
see it
it's
anyway.
just it's just because he's a celebrity, everybody's like, oh my god, he's on
Maybe,
Instagram,
maybe,
and then that post shows up, and everybody's like, eh,
yeah, maybe that could be it
yeah.
too. That's interesting. What else do we got going on here? Eminem's house got broken into like this week, and he ended up so from what I read, you guys can do a deeper dive in it if you're interested. But from what the way I understand it, it's like 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning. Everybody's asleep, like his security guys as well. But this guy took like a brick or something from outside, smashed a window to get into Eminem's house, and the house alarm goes off. And the guy was in the kitchen or the living room, and Eminem comes out and confronts him and is yelling at his security like, "Hey, there's a guy here, like we're being robbed or whatever." And then security comes out and they got him. And the guy wasn't planning on robbing him. Apparently, he just wanted to be face to face with Slim Shady. I don't know. That's what I read. So, but yeah, there was a few articles on it, and I just read the one. I skimmed through it, but I mean, why was his
Uh,
security asleep?
well, if the doors are
And that
locked,
guy's
I
and
mean,
that guy's lucky he's not dead. Like really,
who? The
the
guy breaking
whoever,
in or Eminem?
yeah, the guy breaking in.
Well,
Like I think,
he made.
yeah,
I think he made his bed. I mean,
yeah. I
like
don't know if he got messed up pretty bad. He might have got messed up pretty bad. Maybe now I kind of want to do a deeper dive in that. But yeah, that happened this
that.
week.
That probably doesn't say it in the article. They probably roughed him up a little.
Yeah, broke a leg or two. Hey, his nose.
Yeah, yeah. Must have happened when he tripped over the counter or something.
Yeah. What else? Oh, so this afternoon too. I never did watch that Post Malone thing. I know I said, "Oh, I'm going to watch that this week," and I keep
Yeah,
like
me too.
skimming by it, and I never did watch the whole
Yeah,
thing. I keep
same.
skimming through it. But what I did
I skimmed through
watch
it.
today,
Oh,
something popped up on my feed was a
Yellow
video
Submarine by the
from.
Beatles.
No, did you watch that?
No.
No, me neither. Definitely not. I hammered out about
Actually, you know what?
half.
I couldn't. Sorry to interrupt, but I actually
No,
couldn't
it's good.
find it.
Really?
Like that video. Yeah, it was supposed to go live. I
Uh
did
huh.
look for it on YouTube. Couldn't find it. There was no official Beatles um, stream or anything. I and that article that I referred to last week
Yeah.
that had a link to a private video. I'm like, I didn't get it, so I didn't
Hmm.
watch it.
Maybe it was
Anyway,
all BS. I'm pretty sure that like the day after it was supposed to air, I saw a couple articles on it, like, oh, they did this Yellow Submarine thing
oh,
or whatever.
okay,
But
okay, carry
no,
on.
but I did watch the Corn. I was gonna say Corn posted um a little concert a couple days ago. It was uploaded on YouTube a couple days ago, and I saw it today.
Was Was it a quarantine one?
Oh,
Ah!
no, it wasn't. But that's good. It
Oh,
was
wow.
their Nothing album, so it's their 13th album release. Their
Okay.
newest one, I think it's their newest one, the Nothing album. Anyway, they did this concert in a warehouse, I think, or more of like a film studio kind of thing. And they're just ground level. Some fans won, like you got selected to be in the crowd. Something, I don't know when it was filmed exactly, but that was on YouTube. That was pretty good. I watched. I didn't finish it. I got about 10 minutes left to go. Stuff was happening, but I like Corn. That's like that
Yeah.
was okay. The first concert I ever went to was ELO, Doobie Brothers, and CCR. My dad took me when
Hmm.
I was like 12 or 13, and
Yeah.
then the next concert. So my second concert was Corn. It was Corn, Papa Roach, and Power Man 5000, and I was like front row, man. I was right there, like holding onto the bar,
And
getting
how old were you?
dragged in. Uh, 15,
Okay.
I
Hmm.
think, in Saskatoon. Yeah,
Hmm.
but yeah. So Corn, I was a big fan of Corn, and I think it's awesome that they're doing music again. I think that's pretty
Yeah,
rad.
for sure.
But yeah, there was that. So I watched that today. I had that going on the stereo. Sounded good, just like they would live, but they're definitely aged.
Yeah.
They're not. You know what I mean? They got some
How old
gray
are
in
they
the
now? Because
beard.
oh, oh, I yeah. No, I still have my own color.
Not me. If I grow it out there, there's some gray in there.
Really?
Some whiskers. Yeah.
And you're calling me old? Psh,
Yeah.
yeah. Hey, I just saw something on my Facebook feed,
Uh huh.
and I want to do something with that after the break. So we should take a break so I can fish out a record, and then we'll talk about that.
Sounds good. I like it.
Okay.
I gotta go to the bathroom anyway.
See you after the break. This episode is brought to you by Canto Audio. Canto is a Canadian company that produces quality speakers and accessories like cables, TV, and speaker mounts. Their latest flagship model is the Canto Tuck, named after the remote Canadian hamlet Tuktoyaktuk. The speakers feature AMT tweeters, 13cm aluminum woofers, 65 watts per channel, and a wide range of input methods like RCA for a CD player, Bluetooth for your phone, Toslink optical input for your TV, and built-in phono stage, so setting up your turntable is easy peasy. Connecting them to Canto's sub 6 or sub 8 subwoofers complete the full range sound that anyone will enjoy. They come in two colors, matte black and matte white, and they're available at Funky Moose Records via fmr.fm/tuck. That is fmr.fm/TUK. Okay, and we're recording again.
Is it record or record? How do
This
you
is
spell?
record,
How do you spell record?
the same as record.
Ah, you should call it record all the time. I'm gonna hit record.
Funky Moose Records.
Yeah, I like it.
No, sir, I don't. Okay, we're back after our pee break. Well, Joel's pee break. So
Yeah.
before the
How
break,
was that word
I
from our
said
sponsor? No,
yeah, it was fantastic.
I know, right?
Yeah, should buy those speakers because
I
they're
think
awesome.
that guy talking needs to liven up a little bit.
I know he's such a
Oh, that
boring
guy.
ass.
I know. He sounds
Maybe you
foreign.
should do it. Yeah,
Mm.
immigrants. Yeah, relax, people. I can say that because I am an immigrant. Okay, so we got this record in, and I'm going to show this for the YouTube audience. The record is called Saskatoon's Finest. And I posted on Facebook in one of the record collectors groups if anyone has information about this record, because it seems to feature two bands. One is called Legend, and Legend has four members, and then the Society of Four has five members, which is kind of weird, but okay.
Okay, wait.
So
I'm confused. I'm confused already.
yeah, so this record is called Saskatoon's Finest. It features two bands, so side
Okay.
A and side one and side two.
Okay.
So side
Sure.
one is by the band Legend, and
Okay.
side two is by the band Society of Four.
Okay.
Ironically, on the front of the cover, Legend has four members, and Society of Four has five members. Is that where you got confused?
Yeah.
Yeah, me too. So I first of all, I want to know what the scoop is with that. Why is Society of Four five members? Is this just a mess up on the?
Print?
No, it. No, it's also on the back. The Society of Four is John Chernesky, Howie Ulmer, Bob Silversides, Rick Stack, and David Tupper. And then Legend is Doug Hergot, Steve Werbicki, Hugh Mitchell, and Rick Van Dusen.
Sam Witwicky?
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah. That kid from Transformers?
Isn't that? No.
Moving on.
Yeah. So I kind of want to know what the deal is with this record, because this seems to be something that I have kind of going with our promo record. Have one artist on one side and another on the other side, and then give that away as a promotional item. I have a feeling this was the same kind of concept. So if you know anything about this record, please let me know, because I'm intrigued. It's not like I expect this record to be highly valuable or anything. I just want to know the story behind it. It's on Royalty Records of Canada. The catalog number is R2000-14 for anyone interested. And yeah, it's produced by Lorne Horning and Dave Beck. So yeah, that's what I wanted to mention. And the reason I started giggling before was that I asked this on Facebook in one of the collector groups, and somebody pointed out that the Society of Four has five members. So that's where I figured I needed to address this.
Clarify.
Anyway.
Yeah.
So speaking of records, because we are a record store, Record Store Day. You know, Record Store Day is 1 day. Well, if you count Black Friday as well, Record Store Day, Black Friday. But let's just go with the original Record Store Day is 1 day a year, where there's a day dedicated to record stores. Special releases are released by bands, and they end up in brick and mortar stores. So unfortunately, Funky Moose Records is not eligible to receive these releases until after. But do support your brick and mortar store, especially now, because they're hurting, and I don't want to see record stores go belly up. Even though we've been doing good during this time, I have some contacts, some friends that run record stores, physical record stores, and they're struggling. So go support them in any way you can. But so record store day first was April 18th, or planned for April 18th. Of course, with COVID-19, that couldn't happen, so they postponed it to June. June something. I don't remember what it was postponed to, but anyway, that is not 15th? Happening too.
June 15th, I feel like.
Is that what it was? Something
I don't.
June 20th. Close. But June 20 is coming up pretty quickly, and it doesn't look like we're going to be out of the water, out of the, what's the expression?
The out of this neck of the woods,
No, out of trouble. Well, whatever.
out
Um,
of time.
out of the water, out of, anyway. Comment below what, tell me what I mean. um, so they canceled the 20th, and they're now doing record store day drops, which means they're gonna split up record store day in 3 separate days: August 29th, September 26th, and October 24th.
Why so far away from
um,
each other?
August, September, October, it's a month from each other.
So just like one day a month for 3 months?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And then so they hope um that record store days that can be open on the 29th be open on the 29th. If they can't, they can still try for the 26th, and if they can't do that, then hopefully October 24th will be available.
So then if they can be open on the 1st, what's the first one? Sep- September?
I knew you no August 29th. I knew you were going
So
to ask that. I don't have that information. I don't
right.
know.
Yeah, like if they can be open for August, does that mean that they're not doing it September, October? But I
I
think
would
they should
assume that
do it out.
I would assume they would just be open all 3 days then.
Yeah. Is it is there like discount prices on those days? Or is it just regular?
So
Do you know?
there what a lot of record stores do is that they have the record store day releases, which is a lottery. If you get them or not, you place an order. Um, there's a whole list of titles that you can sign in for, and it's just a matter of who ordered. Let's say Rage Against the Machine has a new album out for Record Store Day. Funky Moose Records is a brick and mortar store, hypothetically, and I would order 10 copies of that Rage Against the Machine record. That does not mean I get 10 copies. I might get 5, I might get none at all, because demand is going to be so high that they're going to be spread out uh, across record stores across the world. Um, so yeah, that's how that works. But so the record stores have a selection of record store day releases that they have in their bins. That's what draws the crowd to the store, and then whatever they want to do in the store while they have the crowd there, that's up to them. If they want to give discounts on records, they can. If they want to, there are even record stores that have live shows during that day. Um, there's a store in Saskatoon, Vinyl Diner. I was at a record store day a couple years ago, and they had live performances at the store. Um, yeah, so usually you can get away with some good stuff there. You go in for the record store day release, but you also pick up some other stuff, and generally you can get a discount on the other records too.
The
But that's up.
generally.
Yeah. Huh?
Yeah. Cool.
So yeah, there's that record store day. I have a love-hate relationship with record store day.
Go on.
Well, I love it because I can go record shopping.
Uh-huh.
I hate it because I run a record store and I can't have those releases.
Right.
That awkward silence that everybody just heard was Joel thinking about, what am I going to reply to this?
And no, it was me trying to figure out how could we get our hands on some of those releases in time to be able to sell them on the store. and I didn't
Uh,
have. That would have taken me a
the
lot of thought, and we don't have that kind of time.
and
So,
the short answer is simply we can't,
you can't. Um,
unless we uh, open up to the public
yeah,
and become a brick and mortar
that
store.
would exactly to do both, right?
Yeah, which is not in the works. Although,
Well, I'll be honest, it's not worth it for one day a year, right?
oh no, no. But we do have a pickup location in Prince Albert now. So if you're listening and you're in the Prince Albert area and you want to place an order and save on shipping, you don't even have to place an order for over $100. You can just order a $5 record if you want, and you can pick it up in PA.
For $5,
Yep,
right?
yep, plus tax. But yeah,
That tax.
the tax.
That
Yeah, the
tax.
government always wants your money.
Um,
Yeah.
there was one other thing that I forgot to mention on the top half of the episode when I was kind of going
What was
through
that?
articles. I do have one more
Mm-hmm.
article. Can I just give it a quick drop? A friend of
Mm-hmm.
mine messaged me today. They get like notified. I don't know why he got notified for this, but he got an email saying that Godsmack is going to be streaming a live concert on Tuesday, May 5th. So
Oh,
that's this Tuesday coming up. There's going to be a live concert from Godsmack online. So
okay. What kind of is this? A concert from quarantine, or is this a pre-recorded one?
I feel like it is from quarantine. Hang on a
Because
second. Yep.
Hailstorm did the same thing. They announced that they're gonna put a live show on YouTube, and they had a premiere, and goes live this and that, and then we joined. A few friends of mine, and we joined, and it was like, oh, this is a show from 2 years ago in front of a stadium, and they had a 3D, like one of those 3D cameras.
Right.
No, not 3D, 360 cameras. And they had that on stage. So they played the concert, and then you can click around with your mouse and look around the stadium, which is great, but that's not the live I had in mind.
Yeah. So this he just
So,
sent me a picture of it just says Godsmack streaming live Tuesday, May 5th at 6 p.m. EDT. So what is that? Eastern
uh,
time?
no,
I don't know what EDT means.
anyway, EDT. I can Google it for you. EDT?
Yeah.
EDT. Oh,
And this was from Bands in Town, whatever the heck that is. But he sent me a picture of it.
oh, Eastern Daylight Time.
So on Tuesday, May 5th, Godsmack it says streaming live, is what it says. That's all I know.
Interesting.
But
Are you gonna tune
that's why I'm wearing my Godsmack shirt tonight, so that I didn't
in?
forget to drop
To
that little
mention
bit
that,
of it. Yeah.
and then you did forget.
But that's how I remembered. I saw my shirt and I was like, oh yeah. But yeah, so I just wanted to throw that out there. Tuesday. So that's actually going to be tomorrow.
Right.
Yeah. So tomorrow night at 6 p.m.
Depends. If you're watching on YouTube, it's tomorrow. If you're listening to the podcast on audio, it's in 2 days from now.
There you go.
Anyway,
Roger
this coming
that.
Tuesday. I mentioned Rage Against the Machine during my record store day thing, and I was hoping you would pick up on that.
I did, but I overlooked it. There was a headline up there that they postponed all their tour dates. We were talking a few episodes ago on how they were supposed to be in like Winnipeg and Calgary right when all this COVID-19 stuff started, right? And we were talking about ticket prices. People were bitching that they were high, whatever. But yeah, there was an article out how they postponed all their tour dates to 2021. So I was checking those out. Like when they're coming back to Winnipeg, Calgary, Edmonton, it's all supposed to be in June of 2021.
Yeah, it's a summer stadium tour or something. Because I read a different article, but also about the same thing.
You want to
So
go?
I have the dates. Do I want
I,
to go? Yeah.
I kind of want to go. Not
They
kind of. I
have
do want
okay.
to go for sure. I just don't know
It depends on when it is,
on
because
which venue. There's 3 venues there that we could choose from.
okay, so they go to Edmonton on the 21st of June. Oh wait, the 19th of June they'll be in Vancouver. 21st in Edmonton, 23rd in Calgary, 25th in Winnipeg, then 22nd, 23rd in Toronto.
And this is all 2021, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
June 2021. Oh, no, hang on. So the 22nd and 23rd is July 2021.
Right. Do you think they
So
got an
we
album
won't.
coming out?
That's kind of why I mentioned it, because I have a feeling.
Oh, they must have something.
Tom Morello is always doing something.
I saw another article with what's his name, Lars Ulrich, right, from
Yeah,
Metallica,
yeah. From
and
Metallica.
they were asking him like, "What have you been listening to, like in quarantine and stuff?" And he was like, he's been jamming out Rage Against the Machine, and he's like, I can't. It's almost as if they wrote all these albums like in for this time, like in the last year,
Mm-hmm.
couple of years.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
it's still relevant today, and it's they've been out for 20, 30 years already, right?
Yep.
And he's right. Like you listen to some the lyrics in that music, and it's like, holy shit, makes a lot of sense. Another
Yeah.
one he said is that Fiona Apple. We were talking
Yeah.
about it loosely there, and he was just said that was a
Oh,
really good album
yes. I
with it coming
received.
out and
Yeah, I
new.
received a notification from Warner. I believe it's going to be released on Warner or Sony. I think it's Warner. It's going to be released end of July on vinyl.
The Fiona Apple one.
Yep.
Aha. And you said you listened to it, right?
Yes. Well, yeah. Not 100%, but yes, I skipped a couple of songs, but yeah.
Right. And what was your
I didn't
opinion on
listen.
it?
I liked it. It's not. I didn't dig into the lyrics. I only listened to it once,
Right.
so maybe that's where the magic is.
Yeah,
It's
well, he
okay.
said something about that too, where he was like reading the lyrics to it too, and was just kind of blown away at how artistic the album
Yeah,
was.
that's probably why it comes so highly regarded, because the songs themselves, just listening to them in the background, they're you know regular songs. They're
Yeah,
not bad, not good. Well, they're good, but not
yeah,
special.
yeah, yeah.
But I think the lyrics with them will
More
make it
powerful kind of thing.
magical, I guess. Yeah.
Magic.
So,
Oh yeah.
um, just to go back to Rage Against the Machine, um, when they tour next year, will they tour with Run the Jewels? Because that this year they were coming with Run the Jewels. Will Run the Jewels also be there next year?
Oh, I don't
Because if
know.
they are,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
am definitely interested.
Are you? I don't know who that is.
What?
I'm serious. You're gonna have to
Okay, I'm
clue me
gonna
in
send
there
you.
after.
Oh my god, Run the Jewels 1, 2, and 3, and then they also have Meow the Jewels.
Like
Yeah,
meow, like a cat.
yeah, Meow. Yeah, it's yeah. Well, I'll educate you. I'll educate you after.
Okay, you're gonna have to.
Yeah. Do you have anything else? Because I do.
No, I do not. I had just forgot the Godsmack thing, and I knew about
Okay.
Rage, and
Okay.
yep,
So you know how I grew up, right? With the Euro dance and the techno
yeah,
rave
your
music type stuff. The Euro
Cotton Eye
dance.
Joe stuff there.
Oh, yeah, that. Do you remember the Benga Boys? This is where you go, yes, because you
I
do remember. There's no denying. Everybody knows the Benga Boys.
Are they like a
Up
one-hit
and
wonder?
no,
No.
they had no, hell no. They had albums.
Well, you
They're
can have albums and still only be a one-hit wonder.
no, but they're full of hits, especially in Europe. But they're from Holland, my home country.
Well, it makes
Um,
sense that you would be a big fan. But go on.
I'm not a big fan. It's more
Don't
like
lie. You're
no, it's
diehard.
more like a one of those guilty pleasure type things. I saw
Okay,
them live,
fair enough.
just like Two Unlimited. Anyway, so do you want to hear the backstory about the Benga
I
Boys? Because I
I
can
do.
go. Okay, but let me start with his article here because um, TikTok, you hate TikTok. I know you do. I don't like TikTok either. But they have these music challenges where you play the music and then you do something to that music or
Right.
dance or whatever.
Yeah.
So lately, the Benga Boys are still touring and they're still in the news because they actually told people to stop doing the up and down challenge. They have a song called Up and Down, and um, for some weird reason, somebody thought it was a good idea to do a very hard and complicated yoga pose to that song, where you take two people. It's kind of hard to explain. You'll have to look it up. The TikTok up and down challenge. You might want to Google it because I'm going to explain it, and it's probably not going to be good.
Okay.
So, two people. One is laying on the floor. The other one is having his or her hands on the bottom person's knees. The bottom person is then grabbing the knees of the top person and pushing that person up.
So are
Then,
they like in a 69 position?
yes,
Okay.
then the bottom person is lifting their knees, and so does the top person. So they're kind of making a square with their arms and legs.
Okay.
And then they do kind of like a, a movement where they kind of walk with their hands and knees. You'll have to see it.
Okay.
It looks cool if it goes right, but if it goes bad, it can go very bad.
And like people can get
So
hurt?
yeah, people having elbows or knees to their faces, knocked out teeth, falling off beds,
Oh,
uh,
nice.
and hurting their necks and whatever.
See?
It's
All for TikTok? There's TikTarded, man. I'm telling you.
right,
Yeah.
right, yeah. So yeah, the Benga Boys have urged people to stop doing that challenge because they don't want to be associated with this stupid shit.
That's just going to make people do it more.
Probably. Now it's in the news. Now everybody's like, "Hey, that's a cool trick. I want to do that too." And then they break their neck.
That makes me think of the balancing broom thing. Did you see that?
Oh, that was stupid.
That was a couple months ago. Yeah.
Yeah, that was. Why was that? That was because.
They were trying to say that it was a specific time, like NASA was saying that,
Right.
and
Yeah, yeah.
NASA didn't say shit, but like how the
NASA didn't say
alignment
that.
of the galaxy,
Yeah.
whatever, the gravitational pull, but it's all
Mm-hmm.
bullshit. It's just you just balance the broom up, you just stand the
Yeah.
broom up.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So dumb.
Um. So yeah, you want to hear the backstory of the Benga Boys?
Yes. Why are you so like?
I'm
You're being so like girly about it.
girly.
Well, like giddy, not girly. You know
I
what I
don't
mean.
know this.
I
You
know.
know how
You
you
spit
have
it,
your
spit it,
you
because
have
like
those
yeah,
'90s
yeah.
things. Oh, this is my '90s.
That's right. Don't be ashamed of it, man.
I'm not. That's why I'm
You're a
going to tell you about it.
you're a peacock. Show your feathers. I'm gonna shut up because I
Uh,
want to hear this now. Yes, let's hear
okay,
it.
so there was, he still does music things, a DJ for a radio station back in Holland called Wessel van Diepen. That's his real name. On the side, he was also a music producer, and that was just his spare time fun type thing.
Right.
Radio DJs often also go to parties and play music there. So Wessel, he got four people together um, to kind of act out his music. So if you're familiar with the Benga Boys music, that's and Two Unlimited and those kind of bands or bands, whatever groups.
Wait, who is Two Unlimited again? What song are they sing?
They do No Limits, and when you hear them at hockey rinks over and over. Shit, I can't think of the name now.
How does it
Uh,
go? Let's hear how it
I,
goes.
I don't remember the song, but there's a very popular song that's always being played at hockey arenas.
Right.
Let me see here.
I know who Two Live Crew is.
No. Oh, get ready for this. You all ready for this?
Oh,
yeah,
that's Two. That's
so
Two Unlimited.
That's Two Unlimited. Yeah, also okay. Dutch. Anywho, so you have these producers that sit at the computer, bust out some tunes, and then people are asking, "Hey, this is cool music. Do you tour?" And he's like, "Well, I made this on my computer, so I don't know. I got to come up with a story where this is marketable." So he came up with the Benga Boys is a group of, or is a DJ team that have a school bus, and they are touring places like Ibiza and Spain, and they're touring around and throwing these massive parties, and they have these 4 dancers that dance to that music. So there was this whole myth going on in the early stages of the Benga Boys where everybody thought these guys are Spanish or something, and these are these 2 awesome DJs, and they throw a hell of a party. And then everybody was like, "Oh, wait a minute, I know who this is." And then they finally found out, and it was this DJ, and the DJ's like, "Yeah, this is one of my side projects," and they're still touring, and they're still big all over the world. So, yeah, I guess that story was less exciting than it was back in the 90s. But yeah, so that's kind of how that got started. And if you went to a live show like I did, it's really just how clubs play
like
techno
a rave
music. Yeah. And except now there are 4 people on stage dancing. That's basically it. And they pay big money for that.
Cool.
Yeah. Not really. No. Whatever.
No. For those of you at home, I was shaking my head no. Yeah.
I have a feeling we lost some listeners by me telling that story.
Oh, come on, you guys. I think if you agree with Mark, then that's good on you. And if you agree with me, then you should just
good on you.
Message Mark how you feel about that. No, I don't know. Send Mark some hate mail or something.
Just leave a comment with your favorite Eurodance song.
Where was Prodigy from?
The UK.
They were awesome, dude.
Yes.
Is one of them dead or something? Is that why they're not?
Yeah.
He did, eh?
Their lead singer? I don't know. Would you call him a singer? I guess. Yeah. He passed away. That was only a few years ago, though.
Yeah. Prodigy kicked ass.
I had music for the Jilted Generation. That album cranked.
Which one's that one? The one with the crab on the cover or something?
No, it was I don't remember.
I had the one with the crab on the cover. I forget what that was called. And I think I had an EP.
No, it was it looked like a face coming out of I don't know, plastic wrap type thing.
Yeah. Cool.
So yeah. Anyway, that's all I got.
Yeah. Let's see if we can get some more articles popping up this week.
Yeah, and make sure you leave some comments, send us messages, because we love to talk about stuff that you want to hear. because right now we're talking about stuff that we enjoy. But it would also be cool if we can involve you guys into it. So if you have suggestions for us to talk about, if we don't know it, we'll figure it out. If we do know it, we'll talk about it.
Yeah. Sounds good.
Cool beans. So make sure you follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, YouTube, and check out the podcast on Podbean, Spotify, iTunes. Those are the major ones.
Wherever you get your podcasts. Pretty much anywhere you get your podcasts will be there.
Yep. So I think that's it. And we'll see you next week. See or hear you next week. No, you'll hear us next week.
Yeah. Okay, we're out, you guys.
All right, see you later.
Ciao.